Okay, here we are again, still on Chapter 2, Lesson 2, so 2-2. This is some more extra practice on page 105. If you are just finding yourself that you need to do some more practice, here we go. All right, we are going to go ahead and get started right away. And let's change this. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at number 1. It says, write each percent as a fraction in simplest form. Percent means, I'm going to write it up here again, percent means out of 100. So if I have 2%, I know that 2% is out of 100. So I'm going to write 2 over 100. I have to simplify it. I know that the greatest common factor of 2 and 100 is 2. So I'm going to divide each of those by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. And 100 divided by 2 is 50. So 1/50. All right, 20%. Percent means out of 100. I know that I can divide each of those by 20. 20 divided by 20 is 1. 100 divided by 20 is 5, and I get 1/5. All right, 85% over 100. I know that those are both multiples of 5, so I'm going to go ahead and start there. I'm going to divide each of those by 5. 85 divided by 5. Well, if we're not sure, we're going to do this, right? 1, 5, 8. That gives me 3, 5, 7. That gives me 17. So 17. Again, if you don't know off the top of your head the division, then you should be working that division problem out. Okay? Don't just listen to my answers because I could be wrong, which happens. Not all the time. Actually, it happens a lot. I always make mistakes because I go too fast. So 100 divided by 5, which we should know right away, is 20. That is in simplest forms. I cannot go any lower. The next one, 4 over 100, because percent means out of 100. So I'm going to start, since I know that they're both even, I'm going to start with dividing by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 100 divided by 2 is 50. When I see those, I notice that I can again divide both of those by 2 because they're even. So that gives me 1 and 25ths. So 50 divided by 2 is 25. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this part down here. It says, write each fraction as a percent. Use a model if needed. 2 tenths. And we are trying, that's what I wanted. What I wanted to do was do the equal sign with 100, okay? Because we are trying to write it as a percent. So the easiest to do is go from your fraction to an equivalent fraction that has a denominator of 100, and then take that and write that number as a percent. So easy, 6th graders, so easy. All right, so how do I get from 1 to 100? I multiply by 10, because 10 times 10 is 100. So whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. So 2 times 10 is 20. 20 hundredths. Percent means out of 100, which makes that one 20%. I'm just taking that numerator, that top number, and that becomes my percent because my denominator is already 100. All right, 3/4. Can I get to 100? Well, sure I can. Okay, I can multiply each of these by 25. If I multiply the bottom by 25, I must multiply the top by 25, which gives me 75 hundredths. Well, 75 hundredths as a percent is 75%. Okay, all right, 7/20. Let's see if I can find an equivalent fraction with 100. So 20 times what gives me 100? 20 times 5. If I multiply the bottom by 5, I must multiply the top by 5, which gives me 35, which gives me 35%, because percent means out of 100, and 100 is my denominator. The next one, 11/25. I bet we can find an easy one by going this way. So 25 times 4 gives me 100. Oh my goodness. There we go. Whatever I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. 11 times 4 is 44. Percent means out of 100, therefore that one is 44%. Okay, there was some extra practice problems. You should be good to go with your homework, and you should be able to do amazing. So take your time, work through all of your problems. You're going to do awesome.